Michael, have you been able to get over the loss? We've had some fighters on the show tell us it's instant. They just get over it and they move on. Other fighters say, even to this day, it still bothers me. Where do you stand?
I'm kind of in the middle. It's not instant for me. I'm still kind of fuming over it. I still, think about it all day. I still replay it in my head. And I always think, especially in this fight, man, I almost had it and I really let it slip through my fingers, and I just lost that focus. But, it kind of sticks around a little bit until I really get deep into another training camp and I start, back training and getting focused and looking for my next fight. So, it's kind of both.
What's the landscape look like? First of all, how close were you to fighting Cowboy Cerrone? I think he tossed it out. You said you'd be a dance partner, and then we found out Cowboy's moving up to fight Tim Means. But was that even close, or was that just Twitter talk?
That's just Twitter talk. I don't think anybody even really picked up on it except, the people that were paying attention on Twitter. But I didn't say anything to Cowboy about it. I mentioned it that I wanted that fight, and he went up to 70. So maybe he'll come back down. Maybe he won't. But good luck to Cowboy. He's a friend. We always stay cordial. So I wish him the best at 170.
Who else would be kind of like on your radar then out of the 55ers that are left? Habib looks like he's maybe waiting for the winner of Pettis and Alvarez. At the same time, maybe you can get in that mix. You coming off a loss, you may have to take the guy that comes off the loss, which if it's Alvarez, A, would you fight him? And B, are you even interested in the loser of Pettis and Alvarez, or maybe even the winner if the UFC goes in that direction?
I'm willing to take whatever, except, that's not a fight that I'm going to take. Me and Eddie, I'm definitely interested in the loser of that, and I definitely am seeking on Pettis, being the loser of that fight. But at the same time, me and Eddie we're not looking to cross paths anytime soon. As a teammate, it's a really good friend. He's like a brother to me. And, at this point, we're helping each other and we're motivating each other to do good in the sport. And, anybody else on the radar? At this point right now, it's anybody, 1 through 15. Then the most important thing for me is to get a fight, get a win, and work on the little things in my game and, just stay focused.
As a lightweight that's put in work for many years, your thoughts on the featherweight champion fighting the lightweight champion? I imagine if you're a fan, you may be thinking, oh, cool, seeing two champions do it the way Penn did it with GSP a few years ago. At the same time, are you a lightweight who's maybe bitter at the fact that now, your trek to the title may take a little bit longer because of this fight?
I lost my last fight, so I'm really not bitter. I can't really throw my argument into that. And, it makes sense. Connor's a champion.
Yeah.
He wants to fight another division. It makes sense for him to fight the champion. That's the only other fight that, he would have to take if he went up. That makes sense. So am I mad? Am I bitter? Absolutely not. I think it's going to be an exciting fight.